Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive Tundra. If you're new to the channel, or maybe you've been around for a while and just haven't yet, please consider subscribing. Just tap that subscribe button. Today, I want to talk about the top 5 bad things to know before you buy the current gen Toyota Tundra. Number 1, and this is no secret, horrible gas mileage. You know, I don't know where it falls in its class, but it's got to be right down there towards the bottom because it is thirsty. It loves the taste of gas, especially fresh gas. It wants to go often. You know, the Tundras that I've had, both were getting probably somewhere in the 12 to 13, 14 mile per gallon range. 16 if I ran it long time on the freeway, you know, freeway speeds without going nuts. But they definitely are not hyper milers. You should be aware that it's going to cost you a bit more money and you're going to spend more time at the gas station if you buy the current gen Toyota Tundra. Number 2, it won't fit. It's huge. Now, what I'm talking about, first off, is in your garage. Like this garage right here. You know, I'm lucky enough that my garage is pretty deep on one side. If you look over here at the other side, it doesn't fit. There's a stairway in the way, and typically garages aren't as long as this one is anyway. I had this happen to me in the past, brought a truck home. It was a Tundra, and it hung out of my garage about 3 feet. They're big on the road, right? I mean, you actually have to pay more attention, and not that you shouldn't be paying attention anyway, but you have to pay more attention when you're driving down the road because you have to make sure that you're positioning that truck properly in the lane. Now, I will say from my experience with different full-size trucks, the Tundra probably is one of the easiest to drive as far as placement in the road. They've just got it set up in such a way that it doesn't feel as massive as it really is. But nonetheless, you still need to pay attention. In parking lots, you know, parking lots can get really tight really fast. And you need room to be able to back that thing out. I never actually pulled into a parking space in mine. I always pulled through, even if I had to park further away, because I knew that for sure I would come out and some giant truck would be pulled in right behind me, you know, face first, and then I would have a problem getting out. So I always pulled face first, or through, I should say, the parking space when I park, so that I could just get in and take off without having to worry about backing into somebody or even just having enough room to get out. So be aware, they are huge. Try parking one in a parking garage somewhere. I've done it. Number 3, they are at a premium right now. You know, we have this worldwide semiconductor chip shortage. That's hard to say. So the manufacturers aren't able to build them. They're stockpiling them. Talked to a dealership, my buddy Roger over at Bert Ogden here recently, and he confirmed to me that Toyota's doing the same thing as Ford and maybe Chevy and everybody else. They're building Tundras, but they're not able to ship them out because they don't have the semiconductor chips to go ahead and finish the build, the production. So they're tough to find, and when you do find them, you're not going to get a good deal. Nobody's willing to deal, and some dealerships are even adding premiums to the cost. I've heard as much as $5,000 to $8,000. You're never going to get that money back, right? Once this chip shortage goes away, prices are going to come down, and nobody's going to pay you $8,000 more than what that truck is worth. So keep that in mind. They're at a premium. Number 4, they are and feel a bit outdated. Nothing wrong with that. If you're old school and you like the way that it was, maybe a throwback to the 90s, then it's probably perfect for you. But when you get inside the Tundra, it just feels older. You know, the surfaces, the color combinations, the gauge, I mean, the way everything is set up in there, it just feels older. Again, nothing wrong with that if you like it. But if you're like me and you want the latest and greatest, you're going to be a little bit disappointed because when you hop in the current gen Tundra, you're actually getting something that's probably about 10 years old or so as far as staying up to date with the latest and greatest stuff. There is one thing I want to mention about that. You know, Toyota is known as being very reliable and great quality, and that's because they don't update all the time. Obviously, if you're throwing brand new, cutting edge, latest and greatest tech in anything, there's going to be a period of time where you and I are the guinea pig. That has to be tested out until the bugs are discovered and worked out. You don't have that with the Tundra. Number 5, this is the biggest one. The redesign 2022 is coming soon. Now, the word is still that they're going to release this somewhere at the end of the year, probably in December. I have actually heard November now. So it's possible that maybe we will have access to this new redesigned Tundra this year. So if you can afford to wait and you're not averse to being the guinea pig on the next model redesigned Toyota Tundra, then you probably should wait a few months. I mean, we're in June right now. July, August, September, October, November. I mean, 5 months. You like the way I do that? 5 months until we potentially are able to buy the new redesigned Tundra. The other issue there is we don't know what pricing is going to be. You can bet it's going to be more money, but we should have better fuel economy, better specs in a lot of different areas, as well as a more up-to-date, more modern-looking interior. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, talk about the top 5 bad things to know before you buy the current gen Toyota Tundra. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you care about any of this stuff? Or you just want to put your hands on one and you don't care about the redesign? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma, right back there. And Rob Motive JT, about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please subscribe. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.